A simple traffic stop turned into a high-speed chase, ending with the defendant screaming, "Kill me! Shoot me! Tase me!" What really happened on July 27th? Watch the courtroom reveal.
Court does call the case of the people of the state of Michigan versus Ryan Michael Carter Price.
Can I spell this with you? Stephanie, hand on that. Price, okay, thank you.
Ryan Carter Price. All right, thank you. Let me see. All right, just give me time. Set for preliminary examination. Are we ready to proceed?
Yeah, ready.
You may call your first witness.
Your Honor. And we're going to call Logan, correct?
All right. Please come forward to be sworn.
You take a seat, raise your right hand. You solemnly swear to affirm the testimony about to give to the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Okay, first and last name for the record, please.
So Logan Perret, Logan L-G-A-N, Perret, P-A-R-R-E-T-D.
Gotcha. You may inquire.
Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. How are you employed?
Michigan University Police Department,
In what capacity?
police officer,
How long have you been in that position?
since February of this year.
Have you had prior employment experience as a police officer?
Yes,
And where were you a police officer before?
Burlington, Vermont,
How long were you a police officer in Burlington, Vermont?
approximately 2 years.
Do you have prior law enforcement experience before that?
Yeah.
Were you employed with the Eastern Michigan University Police Department on July 27th, 2025?
Yes,
What shift were you working that day?
I,
You don't recall. Were you working around 1900 hours?
yes,
What time is that? If non-military time, what time is that? All right. Did you come into contact with anybody who's currently in the courtroom on that date in the course of your shift?
yes,
Who did you come into contact with?
Ryan Perret,
Do you see the person you know to be Ryan Carter Price in the courtroom?
yes,
Can you identify him for me based on where he's sitting and what he's wearing?
he's beyond me, he's already green long sleeve top, white undershirt.
Your Honor, may the record reflect when identify the defendant?
Record shows will reflect without objection.
On July 27th, around 1944 hours, what were you doing on your shift?
Whatever case patrol.
And when you are performing a routine patrol, are you in any kind of vehicle?
Yes, ma'am, police patrol vehicle.
What does it mean to be a fully marked vehicle?
Has vehicle police and tires, light bar. Yes.
Where were you when you were conducting this routine patrol?
Price Street in the city of Ypsilanti.
Is that in Washtenaw County,
Yes,
state of Michigan?
yes.
What did you observe when you were patrolling on Rice Street in the city of Ypsilanti around 1944 hours on July 27th, 2025?
There were the 2011 Chevrolet Impala bearing Michigan registration 5 UPC 55 pull out in front of me with a red tail light covered in red duct tape.
What did you do next?
Window lean and Secretary of State query on my patrol vehicle computer.
You looked at the plate?
Yes, sir.
What did you learn about that vehicle from looking up the plate?
There's no automobile insurance and it was registered to Ryan Carter Price.
What happened next?
I observed the Secretary of State photographic query for the RO Ryan Carter Price. Then I subsequently performed a motor vehicle stop.
When you started to perform your traffic stop, what happened?
The vehicle and after it initially pulled over,
After the vehicle pulled over, what did you do?
I made contact with the operator on the passenger side and was unsuccessful.
When you say you attempted to make contact on the passenger side, do you mean you went to the passenger side to make contact with the operator?
Yes, sir.
How many occupants were in the vehicle?
One.
Where was that person seating?
Operator state.
And who was that person?
Ryan Price.
The defendant?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened when you went up to the passenger side of the vehicle to make contact with the driver, the defendant?
He was unwilling to roll down his window to facilitate a conversation.
Did he have it open at all for you?
No.
And when you made contact with him at the passenger side, what were you asking him for?
On that side, I was only asking him to roll down the window so we could have a conversation and discuss the traffic stop.
Did he?
Yeah.
What happened next?
I moved to the driver's side.
And what happened when you got to the driver's side?
I asked him to roll down his operating window because he had their rear passenger window down, maybe a third of the way. He was unwilling to comply with that. And I asked him, I identified myself as an East Michigan University Police Department police officer, gave him the reason for the stop, and asked him for his driver documentation.
What does the driver documentation include?
His license, insurance, and registration.
Did he provide those materials to you? What happened?
He told me why my stop was unjustifiable.
After he told you why your stop was not justified, what happened after that?
I didn't see making any effort to acquire the documentation I requested, and due to his lack of compliance up to that point, I ordered him out of the vehicle.
Did he exit the vehicle?
No.
What did he do?
He continued to ramble, something to the effect I don't recall, so I issued a second verbal order to exit the vehicle.
What did he say after you gave him a second order to exit the vehicle?
He continued rambling about the stop.
After that, did you say or do anything else?
No, he started to reach for the gear shifter of his motor vehicle.
How do you know he was reaching for the gear shifter?
I watched him start with his right arm or right hand closer to the gear shifter.
What happened when he got his hand on the gear shifter?
He couldn't
What happened next?
reflect on the traffic stop.
After he drove away from the traffic stop, do you recall what road he was operating on?
Yes, himself down on River Street.
Do you know the speed limit on River Street?
Close to this 25 miles per hour.
25 miles per hour. After he fled the traffic stop on River Street, what did you do?
I got back in my patrol vehicle to maintain a visual on him.
Did you do that?
Yes, sir.
How?
I attempted to catch up to him, but he was operating at too high a rate of speed.
Did you call out that you were pursuing him?
Yes.
Did anyone come to help?
Unbeknownst to me at the time, yes, there was an Islamic sergeant behind me.
And eventually, were you able to locate the defendant in the vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What happened? What happened after he fled and you were basically chasing him?
During that period of
Yeah.
time,
Let's start with the chase. What happened after he took off and you were following him?
he performed an illegal U-turn from southbound on River Street to northbound on River Street. And he proceeded at a high rate of speed to a Dairy Queen parking lot. It was a very hot summer day, and I took pedestrian traffic throughout that parking lot.
So as he's driving through the Dairy Queen parking lot, there's people in that parking lot?
I observed, yeah, some people.
What happened next?
He pulled out onto East Michigan Ave, heading eastbound at a continued high rate of speed.
At any point, did you activate your sirens?
Yes,
Why?
to clear the intersection of River Street and East Michigan.
What happened after you activated your sirens and he was going on East Michigan Avenue?
He continued to flee from it.
Did he ever stop?
No.
When did the vehicle come to arrest?
Previous.
On July 27, 2025, what started as a routine patrol quickly escalated into chaos. Officer Logan spotted a vehicle with red duct tape over the taillight and no insurance on record. When he attempted a traffic stop, the driver, Ryan Carter Price, refused to comply, arguing the stop was invalid. Moments later, he shifted the car into gear and fled. A high-speed pursuit began through residential streets, parking lots, and busy intersections. According to Officer Logan, the suspect drove recklessly, nearly striking pedestrians and ignoring emergency sirens. The chase ended when Price boxed himself in near a metal fence, but instead of surrendering, he rammed the patrol vehicle twice. When he finally exited the car, he rushed toward the officer, screaming, "Kill me, shoot me, tase me," forcing a firearm draw before he was ultimately taken into custody. In court, Officer Logan described the defendant's behavior as erratic and dangerous, while the defense challenged the legality of the stop. The judge eventually ruled there was enough evidence to send the case to trial.
Of course, I mean, he did eventually stop, yes.
How far did he go before he stopped? How much further did he go after he got onto East Michigan Avenue?
He went on 3 additional streets,
What were those streets?
Prospect Street, Moss Street, and Grove Street.
When did he stop, or where did he stop is a better question.
The red line on Grove Street.
When he got to the red line on Grove Street, what happened next?
He boxed himself in and left himself nowhere to go due to environmental factors and a metal fence in front of him. So I began to pull up behind him.
Why would you pull up behind him?
He had committed a criminal act.
Were you attempting to stop, like box him in so he couldn't drive away?
Yes.
What happened after you pulled up behind him?
He went toward the metal fence and I went to reposition myself appropriately.
Let me be clear. When you say he went toward the metal fence, was he still operating the vehicle at this time, or had he exited the vehicle?
He was operating, yes, ma'am.
So as he's moving the vehicle towards the fence, what do you do?
I come around from a different side of this vehicle.
What happens next?
He put his vehicle into reverse and ran in front of my vehicle.
After he rammed his vehicle into the front of your patrol vehicle, what happened next?
He attempted to utilize the space in front of him to go forward again.
So he goes to move the car forward?
Yes, ma'am.
What happened next?
I observed his reverse lights come back on again and knew he was about to ram me a second time.
Did he?
Yes.
Where did,
I suppose I ran him to prevent him from ramming me a secondary time.
how did you do that?
After I knew he was going to hit me a second ago, I moved my vehicle forward into him.
To decrease that distance?
Yes. Accelerate the vehicle.
After the second reversing, what happened next?
He immediately exited the vehicle, started closing all distance between us before I even was able to exit my vehicle, and was screaming irately.
What was he screaming, if you recall?
Some of what I recall was to the effect of kill me, shoot me, tase me.
What did you do when he was closing the distance between the two of you, screaming those things?
I drew my car.
Did you exit your vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
When you drew your firearm and exited your vehicle, what happened next?
And issuing verbal commands.
What were you telling him to do?
To the effect of get on the ground.
Were you eventually able to take him into custody?
Yes.
At any point, did you have to, did you reholster your firearm and get out your taser?
Yes, ma'am.
When did that happen?
After, unless I recall, he eventually got on his knees and I created space between us. So I switched over to my taser.
Yes.
Officer Perret, this Red Lion, where is that located?
I don't know the exact.
It's in?
Cross-examination.
Yeah. So, Officer Pratt, taking you back to the date in question, you said in your testimony that this was around 7:44 a.m. or p.m. And what was the condition outside at that time?
I don't recall the exact one. Daylight, dry.
And my client, when you pulled in behind Mr. Carter Price, did you see where he was coming from?
Initially,
Yes.
yes.
And where was that?
He was coming from the parking lot off of Rice Street.
And what is that parking lot attached to?
Rice Street.
I understand that. Is it a parking lot for a hotel, for a 7-Eleven? Is it-
Dedicated purpose.
Okay.
Public purpose facility.
And he comes out of the parking lot. You pull directly behind him immediately from exiting the parking lot?
I don't pull behind him at all. I pull in front of him.
Okay, so he pulls in front of you. And this is as he's exiting the parking lot.
Yes.
Okay, so which way does he turn coming out of the parking lot?
Right.
And as he turns right, your vehicle is parked facing him?
Not for us at all. I'm in motion.
Okay, so you're on the road driving.
Yes.
Were you at a stoplight?
No.
So did he cut you off?
No.
Okay, so he just pulls out in front of you. Everything seems fine except for the fact that he has a red tape on the brake light.
Yes, ma'am. Protective equipment.
Okay, and at which point, because of that, you go ahead and just run his plate?
Yes.
Okay, so you pull him over eventually, correct?
Yes.
And then you pull him over because of these two infractions. True?
Yeah, I pulled him over from lack of automobile insurance and defective.
Okay, so you pull him over for those reasons. You approach going to which side first, the driver's side or passenger side? And when you get over to the passenger side, he rolls his window down.
Yeah, he does.
Okay, and what do you do when he doesn't roll that window down?
I switched to the driver's side.
Okay, when he comes to the driver's side, does he roll his window down?
Yeah.
Okay, and in talking to you, do you come to learn that his windows are broken? Does he tell you?
His operator side window, solely his window, he claims is broken, yes.
Okay, so he says that's broken. What do you do once you find out that that's broken?
I asked him for his driver documentation
From the passenger window.
from the rear operator side window, which he has down about a third of the way.
Okay, so he's able to roll down that window about a third of the way. Okay.
I don't know if he did roll it down. It was down a third of the way though.
Okay, so it's rolled down a third of the way. And so you use that window now to talk to him.
To attempt to, yes.
Okay, and he does talk to you.
He
True?
talks at.
Okay, he talks at you. And while he's talking at you, he's questioning what's going on, correct?
He's not questioning it, no. He's commanding my stuff on this level.
Okay, so you don't ever tell him why you pulled him over?
No, he is not holding over.
Okay. And so he's talking to you and he's telling you why he thinks that's inappropriate. What is he telling you about that?
I don't recall the exact specific.
Okay. And so he's telling you that he believes the stop is inappropriate. At this point, because he won't roll down his window all the way, is there some law that says he has to roll the window down all the way? To your knowledge?
That's my knowledge.
Okay. So he won't roll the window down all the way. And at which point you indicate you start to become concerned because he doesn't like being stopped, correct?
With additional factors that is a reason for concern, yes.
Okay. And so at some point you ask him to step out of the car.
I ordered him to, yes.
Okay. So you order him to step out of the car and you're ordering him to step out of the car because he wouldn't roll the window down all the way?
That's partially why, yes.
Okay. And again, is not rolling the window down all the way unlawful?
No,
Okay. And so, and there's no law against that.
Objection, asked and answered.
Sustained.
That's fair. So you ask him to roll the window down all the way. You indicate that that made you suspicious of him and asked him to get out of the car, even though it's, again, not unlawful, correct?
No, I've indicated several times that there was additional factors.
Okay. And you're saying that he's in the car, he's moving around, correct?
Yes.
And it doesn't appear to you that he's moving around to find a license or a registration or insurance, correct? But he's reaching over. What type of moving around is he doing that leads you to believe he's not going to look for those things?
He has his hands in the air, which is generally not where I've had convictions.
Okay, so his hands are up in the air, but he's posing a threat because his hands are in the air.
I didn't say it was, but
I'm asking, okay, so you want him to come out of the car. Why do you want him to come out of the car?
for safety concerns.
So, threat,
Sure.
hands in the air, and we consider that a threat. So client or Mr. Carter is upset that you're asking him to get out of the car.
Objection, speculation.
Is Mr. Carter upset with you?
I'll overrule the objection. He can answer.
But well,
Was he upset with you for asking him to get out the car?
I don't know what he was experiencing at the time.
Okay, so he's in the car, he's moving around, hands in the air, but you are feeling officer safety is at issue
In addition to him screaming at me.
while his hands are in the car.
In addition to the tinted windows and a lack of rolling the windows down. Yes.
Okay, so tinted windows are threatening?
Tinted windows obscure my visibility in the vehicle, which doesn't safety concern.
Okay, so front windows, are they tinted to the extent of being unlawful?
I don't know. I never know. Tint me around.
Okay. So at some point, you're asking him to get out of the car for officer safety with his hands already being raised, back window down, and he is questioning the validity of the stop. Is that accurate?
I don't recall those things were happening simultaneously at that point.
Okay. And then, are you saying anything? Do you ask him to get out the car with his hands visible to you?
No, that's his vehicle.
You order him to exit his vehicle, so you're just simply saying get out of the car?
I'm ordering him back to the vehicle, yes.
Okay, so what words are you using when you order him to get out the vehicle?
I don't recall the specific verbiage.
Okay, so are you saying it like, hey, Mr. Carter, can you get out the car for me, please?
And I object, I said he doesn't recall.
I'm asking, okay, I'm asking the tonality of it.
Rephrase.
Say it again, Your Honor.
I'll sustain the objection. You can rephrase.
What tone were you using when you asked him to get out of the car? So you're in full uniform,
Yes,
kind of dressed like you are today?
yes,
Okay, you have a squad car,
yes,
fully marked squad car?
yes,
Okay, with the bumper thingy on the front?
yes,
Okay. And my client, is he, you approach his window on the passenger side?
yes.
You come around to the driver's side. Where are your hands when you're doing this?
I don't recall.
Are your hands on your weapon?
I don't recall.
And then at some point, my